My name is Marissa Hendrix, and I've been in Jonesborough for 10 years. I've just grown up in this area, grown up going to all the different festivals and parades and stuff like that, so it's become an area that I've really enjoyed because I don't really like the bustle of Johnson City as much, so I enjoy that it's a lot more quiet and peaceful here. We're at the Black Olive in Jonesborough. We've been here for almost 10 years in August, and I've been working here since I was 15. So I started here about 3 months after it opened, so I've been here for 10 years. So, just an Italian restaurant in Jonesborough. I'm sure if you're a Jonesborough resident, you've probably been here or at least heard of us.
Do you consider yourself a Jonesboroughian?
I would not really say that I do, just because I was a little bit older when I moved here, and while I do love a lot of things about Jonesborough, and I do spend most of my time here, like I work here, live here, I do feel like I don't really spend as much time like really immersing myself in all of the things that Jonesborough has to offer. Because I'm here most of the time working. I do love like storytelling festivals. I love all of the different parades and Jonesborough days and stuff like that. So while I do enjoy like the bigger things, I don't really find myself participating as much in like the smaller local things. When I think of the people that I would consider true Jonesboroughian, I just think of like small town people. Like I see a lot of people that come in here and they all know each other and they always know what's going on downtown, and they're always at the downtown area, Boom Street Market, Corner Cup, just all of the things in that area. And I just really think of like a sweet like small town person that's just so immersed in the history here and immersed in like all of the events and happenings and just like so thoughtful of the area and all of the people that are in it. So like I said, I started here when I was 15, so I've been here about 10 years now, so I just feel like I've grown up around like a lot of the locals and things. Like I just see the same people all the time, and they're just all so, they all remember you and they all remember the things that you've talked about. There are always people that come in here and they ask me like, hey, how's that thing you mentioned like last time? Or like, I heard this, how's that going? And it just seems like they are all very compassionate. They're all really kind. They all like really look out for the people around them. I'd say the best days around here are like whenever there's something going on downtown that's like kind of a bigger deal. Like storytelling, we get like a lot of people that aren't like from here. I mean, we've had people come in and they're like, oh yeah, we're German. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I think that there is just a different kind of like hospitality here with it being like such a small town. And even when you don't feel like you know a person, they still treat you like they've known you forever. And even when you're not from here, they treat you like you're their neighbor, like they've known you for ages. And so I think that that has its own kind of appeal to move to a place where you just like really feel like you belong, even if you really kind of don't. I do really like the area. I mean, I am 26 years old, and so I'm definitely getting like a little bit older, getting to the age where I do want to think about like where I want to like raise a family and things like that. And this just does seem like a good area to like want to do something like that. It feels very safe. There's a lot of things to do here. I know like with the theater and stuff, I've seen like how much like kids enjoy that and things, and I would love for like my kids to be able to do something like that, or the schools in the area, like the seed keeper schools and stuff like that. I think those are really cool. So there's been a lot of things that, rather than thinking about like the present, thinking about like the future and what I would see in this area. And I think I could see myself like raising a family here and stuff. So with a lot of people, there comes like a desire to try a bit too hard to keep those people. Like for example, whenever I think of things like that, I think of like Johnson City. Whenever I was like younger, it also kind of felt like a pretty small town, but it's just kind of felt like as it's grown, just more and more things have been like popping up, and it's just things that I feel like aren't necessary. I mean, like, it's cool that they like have like more restaurants and things opening up, especially when those are like small businesses or like local owners and things. But I also notice like there's Dollar Generals and McDonald's popping up on every single corner. So it just feels like a lot of times with that influx, then it brings attention of like corporation. Just hope that we're able to maintain like this small business and supportive vibe that we've got like going on here. I know one thing that's like kept us very successful is that all of the locals, they come back, they're very supportive, they're very understanding, they understand the changes that we go through and like continue to support us through those and things like that. We like love to help out any way we can. We love to like help Crockett with their sponsorships and the fire department. We love to feed them and things like that. We just love to participate however we can and give back to the community in the same way that they give back to us. And I think that is kind of a big thing around here. It just seems like we're all very supportive of each other. We give to the community, they give back to us, and I think that that's just something that like I've noticed a lot of businesses in this area seem to value. When the barrel house burnt down, and I just like saw the way that the community, like just individuals and businesses alike, wanted to find ways to help, wanted to help find people new jobs, wanted to help people replace their equipment, wanted to help them rebuild, wanted to make sure that the employees were able to afford things in the meantime. Like we did a fundraiser, I know a couple other places did a fundraiser, but there were a lot of times where people would call and be like, hey, can I order like a big meal to feed this many people? I'm going to feed this person's family. And it just was really cool to see the way that everyone kind of banded together to make sure that they were all able to get through that time as stress-free as possible while kind of, grieving that loss. So that was a time that I felt like really, really proud to be part of this community. Really thankful that like I live here and I'm not having a hard time getting to live here, and to me it's just, even though it's not home, it really feels like home. Like I know I only grew up like 20 minutes away, but this feels like where I was always supposed to be, and I just wish that I had like gotten to live here sooner. I do get to see all of those things every day. I do get to see the people taking care of each other every day, and I know that one day, if, God forbid, I ever need that kind of help, I have like no doubt that I will be completely covered.